when one door opens, another one closes. This is a Wagner 500, and you can see this offset cam and a piston. And when that rotates, the piston goes up and down. The problem here was that the intake for the oil side was broken, and that goes in right here. So that's the intake, goes into the mechanism here with the doors. One door opens, one door closes, and then that's the out, the return comes back. And that was broken, so the diaphragm wasn't moving. The oil wasn't going. When I opened this, you could see that there was no oil coming into the system on the oil side. So it wasn't the diaphragm, it was something deeper, and I just had to drain the oil out, look in there, and found that this was disconnected. This piece here, and there's a little filter there. So I'm gonna just find a new piece of hose to replace that, and hopefully it should work. And here's the diagram from the manual, in case it helps you, and the parts list for each of those. The funny thing is that they say that if the diaphragm isn't moving, which it, in my case was the problem, that you should take it to the nearest Wagner authorized service agency. Well, we don't have one of those. It's funny because you should just stop and not try to fix it yourself. No thanks. I think we'll continue taking it apart and find the issue rather than just stopping. So in case it helps, you should start by cleaning your inlet in here. Inlet in there, make sure that's nice and clean. Clean your outlets, make sure that those are nice and clean and not blocked. And then start taking it apart. Make sure that this will move up and down. This part should move up and down. Make sure that's nice and clean. That's one of your doors for your paint side. And then you're going to take this off. You're going to inspect your diaphragm. This is the old one, which was replaced, but honestly I think this is probably still okay. And then this is the oil side, so that's going to be not touching, but in the same area as the piston as it enters this part of the machine. And the oil pressure on this side pushes this up and down, and then the paint moves on the paint side. And then if you needed to replace this and this still isn't moving, you should be able to feel with your finger or a screwdriver that moving. Then you can continue to disassemble it. And if you take this off and you look down in there and things are moving, you're going to see the piston moving, but you don't see oil moving around, then you're going to want to inspect in this part last. So don't open this unless you have to. Good luck.